Hi guys, today is Saturday, the I guess it's the 19th of March, 18th March, not sure, 18th, 19th, whatever. I want to do a little haul video, but I wanted to give you guys some tips of my experience with the estate sales and the thrift stores, so it can help people out. And I also wanted maybe to ask if somebody knows about shoes. I really don't sell shoes. It's just not my thing. So, if somebody could help me out, it'd be great. First estate sale I went to this afternoon, I picked up these garbage pail kids. There's hundreds in here. Okay? These are worth money. Okay? A lot of times, when you go to these estate sales, you know, the people running these sales, they're not stupid. Okay? But there are things that they overlook, and that's the stuff that you want to pick up. Okay? You want to pick up the things that they're overlooking. The stuff that looks antique-y, old, if it's silverware, or if it's vases, crystal, they're looking that stuff up. You're not going to be able to steal that. I mean, very rarely you're going to get that stuff cheap. A lot of times they'd rather just leave it, not even sell it, the company themselves. But there's a lot of things that they think are worthless that aren't. And I picked this box of cards up for $5. And I know this probably box, if I just listed this box just as, you know, one big lot, I know I'd get at least $50 to $100, without a doubt. I'm looking to try to sell more individual cards. If anybody knows, let me know. I know there's certain cards to look out for. I know not necessarily there's errors, but there's certain cards that, you know, they're in good shape. That are worth $10 to $20, you know, individually. If they're worth more than 10 to 20, I'll list them by themselves or in a smaller lot. Okay. Also, same thing at this estate sale. I picked up a skateboard. It was a skateboard by the company called Vision. And sometimes when you look at skateboards from the 80s and 90s, sometimes they're worth a lot of money. And I basically got the skateboard for nothing. It was wrecked. It was cracked. But guess what? It's an original skateboard from Vision. Depends on which skater who actually used that type of board is worth more. If you see brands, Vision, Santa Cruz, and probably the best brand to look out for vintage skateboards would be Paul Peralta, which is Tony Hawk's brand originally. So if you find Paul Peralta skateboard, the original, the real deal, they're worth good money. Even if they're beat to hell, people still collect them. Okay, so this was a good, not bad. Now these shoes here I came across. I don't really buy shoes, but I noticed these look. I don't know if these are sneakers, if these are boots. I don't know what this is, but I did notice when I turned it on the back, it said Converse. USA. Made in USA. Now, this one has a little tear in the back. But I do know that certain ones, it says size 10. I'm looking for other markings. This looks like military shoes. You know, this looks like that kind of color. I don't know if Converse ever made shoes for the military. This guy did have other military boots, but they were throwing me out of the sale. It's the last sale I got to. So, I didn't pay much. I bought, for $12, I got these boots. I got some kind of martini shaker, which looks like it's broken, so I might not get nothing. And I got this jacket here. This is, Silver Tab Levi's. Vintage. Okay. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. Certain brands are good that you might not think that they're good. Like Levi's in general is not really such a, you know, it's alright, but if you get the right stuff, it's going to sell. This right here, if you get the Silver Tab jeans, any of the Silver Tab stuff, is good stuff. Okay, you want to look out for that. All right. Also, I picked up, actually at a thrift store on the way home, which was around the corner. So I said I'll stop by the thrift store. It was around the corner from the estate sale. I picked up 2 sport jackets. Okay, this is really nice. This is Canali. Canali is a very good brand, and this one is Super 120s, which is very good. The only thing that's not great is it's got 3 buttons. You want to look for the 2 button. 2 buttons does better than the 3. So I picked up this one. It's only $6.99. This is $6.99. This is a 2 button, but it's smaller. It's only a size 48, which is really a 38. So, but they should sell. It's not in good condition. I looked for holes. I couldn't find any holes. So, they look pretty good. I like the jacket. Nice print. Nice material. Beautiful. But I wanted to tell people that sometimes, like this thrift store in particular I went to, certain items they overprice, certain ones they underprice. And you just have to find which is which. Like this one, this jacket was $7. They put Tommy Bahama shirts for like, used for like $10 to $15 at the store. So certain things they overvalue, certain things they don't. Okay. Lastly, I want to show you another brand, vintage brand. Well, I don't want to say vintage, but it's really not vintage. This is Calvin Klein. Calvin Klein really usually doesn't do well, especially the newer stuff, the stuff they sell at Macy's. I only pick it up if it's new with tags. Otherwise, it sits and sits and sits. But you see this? Calvin Klein Collection. That does really well. You can look that up on the completed listings. A lot of these designers have the collection. And if you check them out, they do a lot better than the regular. So don't just look at the label. The same thing like I was saying with the silver tab. Don't just look at Levi's. Look up. You have to know which item it is. If it's the silver tab, of course the old Levi's stuff does really well. The real old stuff, but it's almost impossible to find. It's very rare you're gonna find that stuff. They have some Levi's from like the 40s or 50s that sell for thousands of dollars. But don't waste your time researching it, because you know what, you're never gonna find it. Let me see here. But this is Calvin Klein Collection. It's a beautiful thing. Alright? So, if anybody knows anything about these shoes, these Converse, or any specific Garbage Pail Kids to look for, just let me know. Thank you very much.